Hi, everybody, and welcome back to, I suppose, really another community chat, I suppose, isn't it? Welcome to Reece. Good morning, Reece.
Good morning. Hello. How are we doing?
Yeah, not too bad, thank you. So I've never met Reece before. Reece looks after one of my team members, Michelle, trying to keep her sort of fit and running, and I think she does enough running around in the office, Reece. I'm not quite sure why she's putting herself through the punishment, but there's always a benefit. I know that. So Reece runs REPT Fitness. Have I got that correct?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, REPT Fitness, REPT.
Fantastic. Excellent. So Reece and I have been put together through Michelle, who runs the branch for me. We've never spoken or met before. Reece mentioned, obviously, we were going to try and get a community chat in a couple of years ago when we had the first lot of locks down, but you were just busy and it just never happens, and that's life. We know that. Yeah. But what's brought it to the forefront now was our loyalty card offer. So I want to have a good chat with Reece, but I think first, Reece, if it's okay, if we just talk about with the loyalty card, the benefit to all our, I suppose, listeners is if anybody has one of those cards, on the back is the QR code. They can link straight through to our website, and they'll see all the different offers. Talk about the offer that you've put together. What if somebody clicks on that QR code, needs someone to keep them fit, and they click on that and they find you? What are you offering, Reece?
All right. So I currently offer an 8-week program. So within that, you'll get exclusive use of an app, which all my clients are on. You get all your workouts on there. You get all your nutrition advice and guidance, all specifically tailored to every single individual. So everyone's different. Everyone's workout slightly different. Everyone's nutrition goals are slightly different because everyone wants something a little bit different. Somebody might need to lose.
Absolutely.
Somebody might want to get a little bit fitter because they're taking their kids out to the park and they're finding that actually they can't quite keep up with the toddlers because they're just a ball of energy. You know what it's like.
Yeah, I do.
After kids, and sometimes we just need that little extra boost. Some people want to gain a bit of muscle, they want to get stronger. So all the workouts are completely tailored exactly to you. So like I was saying, I run an 8-week course. 8 weeks, nice and simple. You can stick to anything for 8 weeks. It's not that much of a time. Yeah. So what I'm going to be doing with the loyalty card is instead of 8 weeks, you come and sign up through the loyalty card. You'll actually get 9 weeks instead of 8. So you get a little bit longer.
Yeah. So an extra week of fitness, totally free of charge, which is only going to benefit people without a shadow of a doubt, isn't it?
Exactly. Yeah, you get an extra week of me and everything that I have to offer.
Awesome.
And you get to stay on the app for an extra week, and then that will carry on as long as you need to carry on. There's no reason to say that you just have to sign up for the 8 weeks. If you get to the end and you think actually I'm not quite there yet, or you want to work on something else, quite often. I mean, I've got clients that have been training with me for 5 years plus.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean they get to one goal and they think, actually, I still really enjoy this. I want to try and work on something else. A lot of people they'll lose the weight initially, and then they think, okay, I've lost weight, I look great, I feel great. I want to do something else. I want to get strong now, and then we'll change their program. Everything's always changeable. So whatever your goal is, no matter how often it changes, we can adapt everything to suit you and what you want to get out of your personal training.
Which is fab, isn't it? So you've heard it here first with the loyalty scheme. Sign up through using your loyalty card for REPT Fitness. I've got that right again, haven't I? Sign up for the 8-week program and you get an extra week free, which is fab. Right. So that's the offer. Now let's talk about you. Who you are, why you do what you do, what makes you tick. So how long have you been doing this for? How long have you been on your own, sort of running your own business?
Well, I've been doing this for 6-7 years now.
Wow.
Purely from home. It used to be my dining room that I'm sat in now. It's become a gym.
How does your other half feel about that?
I live alone, so it's not too bad.
Oh, Yvette, brilliant, fantastic. Got no one to argue with. Excellent, yeah.
Free reign of the house is totally fine. every now and again you get interrupted by a cat that comes charging through, but they don't hang around for long. But other than that, it's totally free reign in the house. Yeah, so I almost accidentally became a personal trainer. If I'm completely honest, it's not something that I ever thought about doing. So I wanted to improve my physique and my fitness. I wanted to build up some strength and a bit of muscle. And so I took to the internet like we all do, and started Googling and watching YouTube videos. And I found that one person would say, this is what you need to do, 100% do this. And then the next video down, there's somebody else was saying, definitely don't do this. That's completely wrong. You need to do this.
Yeah.
And I was left even more confused and less knowledgeable than when I initially started. So I figured the only way for me to actually understand what it is that I need to achieve was to do a personal training course, which I did.
Okay.
So you know what it's like. Whenever you look at anything online, you'll then get adverts for it on social media.
Oh, that's wicked. I'm really sorry to all our listeners out there or viewers out there, whatever they're using at the moment. Apologies if you keep getting the Evolution adverts, but that's the aim of it. That's what it's meant to do, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah,
it's really good. So I had all these personal trainer qualification things coming up because of my search history and what I was looking for. So I thought, you know what, let's do it. There's one way to know for sure exactly what I need to do to train myself. And that's all it ever was to start with. I just wanted to know how to train myself, what to do in the gym, what to eat, that sort of thing, because it's a minefield. And once I completed the course, I had a friend that found out about it and was like, oh, you're a qualified personal trainer now. Do you fancy training me? I thought, yeah, sure. Why not?
Why not?
I didn't really put much thought into it. I thought, yeah, sure. I've got a little bit of equipment here that we can use. And then once I started, and once this client started getting results, I was hooked. A matter of weeks, I was like, I really enjoy doing this. This is really heartwarming. And then it evolved into a passion. And I thought, you know what, I can do this full time, absolutely. And that's kind of.
What were you doing before you were doing this? Sorry, what was your?
I was cleaning windows full time.
Okay. That's quite a fit job. You need to be fit to do that.
Well, it's pretty non-stop, that job. Yeah.
Yeah. I've got a friend of mine that does that, and they use the pole system, and he says like his arms now are probably 3 times the size of what they should have been, really. But
yeah, see, we were always the traditional way. So there was me,
up down the ladder,
hundreds of times a day.
So you had the advantage over many of us. You were reasonably fit anyway, weren't you? I mean, the biggest question I would ask, I mean, I'm coming up for 21, I wish. I'm coming up for another milestone. I do feel I've got the extra lockdown lump around the middle. I enjoy my cycling. And I think I'm not going to be alone on this one, that people are probably frightened to come forward and actually talk and ask about stuff, because they just, I suppose, if I'm honest, if somebody said to me, "Oh, come to the gym with me," I would probably feel, embarrassed to go, because I don't feel 100% comfortable in myself. And I suppose really we always get this vision that you see on the television. You get all these like really fit women and men pumping iron and running on a treadmill for hours without really breaking a sweat. Whereas me, I have to run down the stairs and get out of breath, or up the stairs, and I can't even make that. No, I'm joking. So I suppose really what you're offering is a real one-on-one service. You're not judging them, which is nice. And really helping people out. And I think, like you say, you were talking about sort of like meal plans and things. Is that right? So nutrition.
Well, nutrition guidance. As personal trainers, we're not allowed to write meal plans.
Okay.
Only registered dietitians are legally allowed to write meal plans.
I didn't know that. You learn something new every day.
Yeah, personal trainers, although we're qualified in nutrition, and many of us are nutritionists, we're still not allowed to write meal plans. But don't let that discourage you, because meal plans don't work.
Okay.
So if I was to stick you on a meal plan, right, and I'd worked out all of your food, and Monday you'd forgot to get the chicken out the freezer, and it wasn't defrosted in time for dinner. That's Monday ruined. You've already failed on day one. You know, it's too restrictive. Meal plans don't work. With my clients, I allow them to eat whatever they want within a certain range.
Got you.
So that doesn't matter, you know, if they're eating chicken salads or if they're having spag bowl or, you know, carbonara, whatever, cottage pie, you know, anything, whatever you want to eat, you can eat. As long as you're sticking to the parameters that I set you, you're fine, and you're going to reach your results.
I keep getting told I eat way too much.
Portion
size, isn't it? It's really, really important, and cutting out the sugar as well. And again, I think quite a few people that know me will know that I do like a beer. I wouldn't necessarily put myself in the realms of being an alcoholic, but I think it's I like a nice beer. It's not. How can I put it? You don't have to feel embarrassed about coming forward.
One of the best things about training here is that it's, like I said previously, I live alone. It's just me and the client here. You know, 4 walls. You know, everything's it's 1-to-1, 100% private. There's a running joke amongst personal trainers that we're 50% training.
Running joke. Sorry, yeah, go on.
Not that one.
Sorry.
We're 50% personal trainers, 50% counsellors, because especially people like me that work in a very private studio, it's an open space. It's an honest space. I'm honest with my clients. I expect my clients to be honest with me.
Yeah.
You know, so it's perfect. There's nobody else here. There's no judgment. I don't care what you weigh. I don't care what size you are. All I care about is you getting to where you want to be and where you feel happier and more comfortable.
See, it's interesting you say that, because I think within our, I mean, I keep referring back to our estate agency. We do sometimes end up becoming counsellors as well. We're I mean, the 3 things that are going to cause the most stress in life, apparently, from what I've heard: death, divorce, and moving house.
Moving house. I've heard it's the worst one.
Yeah. And I mean, joking aside, I said to my wife when we moved 14, 15 years ago, I'm not doing that again. I do it day in, day out. But again, I've got the passion for it like you have. And I think that's really important, isn't it? Because I think then it becomes, doesn't matter what else you do around your job role, if you're passionate about it, you can see that the end goal will be that you're happy, your client's happy, you've achieved what you want to do. And whether that's like, I don't know, if they've got an hour session and 15 minutes is nice and gentle and they're chatting about life and what's gone wrong this week, that's what we're you and I mean, we're in a customer service background, really, aren't we? I know yours is way more fitter, way more productive than mine, but it's important to do that. And I think, as you say, we start talking about, I've got a chat with a guy tomorrow evening who is going to be running, I suppose really it's like for men, like Men Don't Talk. Do you find that people leave you sometimes and you're like, where did that conversation come from?
Oh, every session, more or less. I mean, I've got some clients that come to me not for any physical goal whatsoever. Some clients come to me because it's a mental release. They come to me to better their mental health. And I think that's brilliant. And some of these clients are guys as well. And I think that shows a huge shift. In recent years, there has been a huge shift in promoting mental health for men.
Yeah, it's awareness of it, isn't it? It's people being aware. And I think it comes back to that original point from an outsider's point of view, looking at your business. A lot of people in the past have been too embarrassed to even open up about their physical well-being, their mental well-being. And I think, me personally, ever since the initial lockdown, that's really come to a forefront now. And I think that's really important. And I don't think people talk enough. And I'm not just saying men, I'm saying women as well. People just lock it away, they get on with their life. And I think if you, with your business, if you're able to offer them that release, I mean, I touched on it briefly. I enjoy my cycling. I try and get out every Sunday with a group of lads. And it's that point is, when we're out on a Sunday, we try and push each other a bit, but we've got a good mixture of people like myself. Sometimes I might not be feeling on peak form, haven't cycled for a couple of weeks maybe, and we get some others that are built like racing snakes and won't break a sweat at full power. But it's about, I enjoy having the conversation with the guys I'm with, talking about their stuff, what's going on in their life, and I think if you're mentally prepared for stuff, physically that will follow.
Absolutely. Yeah, 100%. I mean, there's never a quiet moment when I'm with a client. You know, we get the work done that we need to do, whatever the session plan is for that client and that day. But you know, there's regular rest breaks. It's not like an hour of full out.
You'd be carrying me out of the stretcher if I did that, I think.
This is the thing. Like I said, everything's kind of tailored. So if you're coming to me and you've never done any exercise whatsoever, we'll start at the very bottom and then we'll slowly build it up as the weeks go on. People kind of seem to have this kind of misconception that you have to be really fit to go to a personal trainer. No, that's the end goal. You know, personal trainers are there, me specifically, for beginners, you know, for people that potentially have never set foot in a gym or, you know, any sort of fitness environment ever before in their lives. That's why I'm here, because I want to, you're almost like a blank canvas, which is perfect for me because that's what I was when I started. And I got confused by all the misinformation that I was reading. But what I do is I will give you all the tools you need to get to where you need to be.
And you probably get, people will probably get there quicker than, I think, as you mentioned, when you first started out on this journey, there was so much, and you just said there's so much misinformation, you're not sure what to do is right. I mean, I get it with the guys I go, I do quite a lot of the indoor bike at the minute. Which is great, but I'm just using that as just to turn my legs. Did an hour yesterday, an hour the day before, and again, mentally it helps. Where some of them go, no, you've got to do kind of like I'm trying to get the word where it's you go up and down the power bands and stuff like that. You know,
intervals like tobacco training.
That's it. Yeah, hit training, and that does work. I get it, but I don't think people. I think people are too frightened, as I said, to own up to what they want to do. And it's not a case of they have to do it. They want to do it, but they're just a little bit scared to do it. Maybe they don't know what route to take. And that's where you can step in, as you say, from day one, rather than just trying to plod through something. And I think also when people are doing their own exercises, and it's good that you do exercise, don't get me wrong on that, but they're not seeing any actual physical results for it because probably, and through no fault of their own at all, and please, viewers, don't be embarrassed by this, they don't know where to start and they don't know, I suppose, really how the best to get out of that time that they're using.
Exactly that. And that's kind of where I can step in as well. Everyone from day one gets a full 8-week plan ahead of them. You know exactly what you're going to be doing for the next 8 weeks, you know, whether it's with me or if it's your homework sessions. Because that's another thing that you'll get. It's not just the hour session with me that you'll get once a week. You'll get homework sessions as well. You don't have to go to a gym. The homework can be tailored to whatever setting you want to train in. Whether you want to sign up to a gym, fine, that's great. If that's what you want to do. If you're not ready for that yet, that's fine. You don't have to. We can work workouts for you that you can do at home with no equipment whatsoever, and it will still get you to where you want to be.
Or they can book in and come to you on a regular basis where it is a one-on-one session and they're fully looked after if that's how they feel. So, I mean, Reece, thank you for today. I massively appreciate it. I think it's good to talk about stuff. I think it's good to open up about stuff. I'd like to sort of let's have a catch up in a couple of months. Once we've got the offer running, let's see what kind of reaction we're getting from people. And to all the viewers out there, literally, don't be embarrassed about it. You know, we've all got to start somewhere. Think about the job you're doing at the minute, whatever it is, be it an office job or out in the field or whatever job you're doing at the minute. When you first went for that job, it was scary. You didn't know what you were doing. And because you had people around you supporting you, you picked it up. So it's the same with fitness, isn't it? And it's never too late to get on with it. And quick question for you, Reece. There'll be a lot of people out there that kind of thinking, I could really do with losing a bit of weight or picking up my kind of, I don't know, just my, I suppose, breathing levels. That's what I struggle with. But I've got a bad knee or a bad ankle or my back hurts. I'm assuming you can tailor stuff around to assist people that, I wouldn't say, I'm not saying disability, but a niggling kind of concern about a health issue. You can work around that as well.
Absolutely. Yeah. So, you know, I'm fully trained to deal with any sort of potential injury that you've got, or if there's like a long-term condition, we can work with it. We can work around it. the exercise is all tailored to you and what you can do, depending on your current physical state. Right.
Excellent.
So whether you're fit as a fiddle, or like I say, you've never been into a gym or never done any exercise before, and you've got a bad knee or a dodgy hip or a bad back, that's fine. It all gets tailored to things that you can do.
I think I tick all those off. No, I'm joking.
Come on down.
Yeah. But that was the other thing as well, because I do know people, I've got friends and I've got family as well that sort of suffer with bad knees, and I'm sore at the minute. So yeah, that's good to know that you're there to guide them through that. So Reece, again, thank you so much indeed for your time today. And don't forget, viewers, if you have got the Evolution loyalty card, Reece will set you out with a full 8-week plan and give you an extra week free at the end as well, which is just awesome. Thank you so much indeed for that. I really appreciate your time.
No problem at all.
Let's have a chat in a couple of months. Let's see how things are going. Let's see what sort of response we're getting from the viewers. And again, if anybody watching this, just share it. Help Reece get his business going. That's what this is all about, helping promoting local businesses to the Ashford and surrounding areas. And that's what we want to be doing. So thank you very much indeed, Reece. I will let you get on. I'm sure you're a busy man, and I'll speak to you soon.
Excellent. Cheers, Roy. Thank you very much.
Cheers. Bye-bye.